It's easy to speak freely when you're speaking anonymously, and ACC coaches did just that. In a piece over at On3, Sam Gillenwater put it together a few days ago. ACC coaches anonymously are just ripping Justin Wilcox up and down. I mean, oh my goodness. The program is in serious trouble, one said. Last year they were really good on defense and they had good offensive pieces, but they've lost their top linebackers and running backs in the portal. Another, they're a bad fit for the league in every way. Hold on. Whoa. Ho, back up. Are you telling me a school located in Berkeley, California isn't a good fit for a conference that's on the Atlantic coast? And even has it like right there in its name, ACC, Atlantic Coastal Conference. They're a bad fit for the league. From a football standpoint, what did Cal ever do to the ACC? They didn't want to be here. When the Pac-12 was falling apart, back in its heyday of falling apart, Cal and Stanford were among the last schools to leave the league. The Big 12 schools, the four corner schools all left before Cal and Stanford said, we got to get out of here, go to the ACC. Can't be sitting around in a Pac-12 conference with four schools now, can we? But the other quote that, by the way, here's another quote. It's a complete mess, and Wilcox should just go DC somewhere. I tell you, this could come back to bite some ACC coach. Might not even be one of the ones who said it. Because I hope Justin Wilcox internally just channels his own personal bulletin board material compiled by anonymous ACC coaches that decide. I don't know where the idea for this particular piece came from. You know what I need? I need the anonymous quotes on the Bill Belichick situation in North Carolina. Can I get the ACC coaches quoted anonymously on what they think of the whole situation? If I have missed that piece and it's out there, someone please send it in my direction, because that's what I want to read. Justin Wilcox is indeed a poster child of mediocrity. He is not a bad football coach. I don't think he's an elite football coach. You can't look at his time at Cal and say he's been bad. He hasn't. Has he been good? No. But he wins some big games every now and then he loses some head scratchers. Justin Wilcox has lost to 2-10 Florida State and 1-11 Colorado. That's just in the last 2 seasons. 3 seasons. 3 seasons? 3 seasons, I think. Yeah, 3 seasons. But they've also beaten Ole Miss on the road and beaten Auburn on the road, which happened just last year. So the framing of the program in disarray certainly belies the fact, and perhaps the quotes preceded Cal currently being ranked in the top 20 nationally according to 24/7's metrics on the recruiting trail. Is that necessarily an indicator of anything? No, other than the fact that they're off to a good start. We're coming up on the middle of June, and Cal is well positioned. They're inside the top 20. Do I think they stay there? Probably not. But if they pull a top 30 class, not bad for the Golden Bears. They just got, not long ago, a verbal commitment from Tommy Toffee, who is an offensive lineman, could maybe play inside, could maybe play outside, but beast of a human being. He was looking at schools like Oregon and Tennessee, and he chose Cal. He chose Cal. That's the highest profile of several recruiting wins recently for the Golden Bears. So to say that everything is in complete and utter disarray, I don't think that's an accurate depiction entirely. I do understand where the energy behind those quotes are coming from, because the anonymous ACC coaches, I mean, this is just fun. Who do you think said this? Like, just off the top, if I just ask you, you got to react, don't think, just do, Top Gun Maverick style. Who do you think would go anonymously and rip Cal in the ACC? 3, 2, 1, ready, here you go. Who is it? I don't know. Cristobal? There's no way it's Belichick. No way. No, we can rule him out for sure. Rhett Lashley's new kid on the block. I don't think he would do it. Dabo Sweeney. Dabo, maybe. I mean, if it ever accidentally became not anonymous, which, would of course lead to someone's firing in the media. But Dabo, maybe. Mario, perhaps. Pat Narduzzi. Maybe. I don't know. Jeff Brom. Ooh, Jeff Brom. Sneaky selection there for someone that would go anonymously and just completely dog on another program in his own conference. So I think this could sting somebody this year because Cal has made a habit of winning football games that they shouldn't and losing football games that they shouldn't. That's kind of been their MO under Justin Wilcox. They give you that hope of, look at who we beat. And then it's, we lost to who? Or had we lose that game? Just look at last season. They went into Auburn and won. They had Miami down 3 possessions in the second half. I mean, capable of playing with some darn good football teams. And then capable of losing to 2-10 Florida State, whose only other win was against Charleston Southern. So if they hadn't had the ACC cupcake, it would have been the second 1-11 team Justin Wilcox has lost to in his tenure. But I just, look at games that will happen at Memorial Stadium, which is absolutely an underrated environment when the crowd gets popping, particularly at night. Go watch the Auburn game circa 2023. Go listen to that crowd and then question whether or not there are Cal fans out there. They exist. I assure you, the Calgorithm is not a facade. It is generated by real diehard fans of the California Golden Bears. At least, I don't know. I think that's kind of how it works. But I'm looking at you, Duke. I'm looking at you, North Carolina. You got to go all the way across the country and play Cal. Just wait. This is a team with a win total of 5.5, and I think that the Golden Bears are once again going to be just okay. Yeah, maybe they make a bowl game. Probably beat Stanford again since Andrew Luck Andrew Luck is not the interim head coach, but Frank Reich is the interim head coach. Don't really know what's going on there, but Andrew Luck is helping out. I respect the effort. SMU's got to go out there. Just look for Minnesota randomly in a non-conference game goes out there. They play Oregon State in a former Pac-12 showdown, RIP. And that's in week 1, August 30th. That's a sneaky fun game. I just wouldn't sleep on him. I don't know that you want to give this sort of ammunition to a coach like Justin Wilcox who can do things that wildly outperform your expectations in a variety of ways. Or wildly underperform, because that's kind of the gist there. But the crux of some of the anonymous quotes came back to Ron Rivera, and that the boosters want Ron Rivera to be in charge, and he should be running the program, and it shouldn't really be Wilcox, and there's a weird interplay there. Again, I understand all of that. Look at the personnel, though. They bring in Brian Harsin to be the offensive coordinator. That's been a rocky offseason, no doubt. But if that looks pretty solid and Cal keeps recruiting the way that they are right now and they wind up with a top 25 or 30 class, he's not going anywhere. He's going into year number 9.